Yes, it's live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Echo Art with Carmella-T. So I just jumped on here. I didn't just jump on here. I've been actually on a few platforms today and working on this project, and I really want to share it with you. So I'm going to go put this coffee away on the bench on the counter, and to get it out of the way. And because I want to share with you, we were working on this apron yesterday. And yesterday I said to you, I am going to add the yo-yos. And then I woke up 2 o'clock in the morning with a different idea. And so I keep getting these visuals of this particular apron, and I'm really not sure why. So what I did, what I wanted to do when I got laid the apron out, and this happens a lot, is it just kind of comes to me what I want to do. So what I did, I'm going to put this camera down so you can see. What I did is I wanted to work on more circles, okay? I knew that much. And so I came down here and I cut out, I had these already cut out, and I cut this one out. But I wanted the chakra colors, okay? So I cut these and just kind of placed them together with kind of energy moving. That was the idea of it. So with that, I still have, I think, some place for these to be. And I don't know if they end up kind of overlapping these circles of energy. But I gotta tell you, the flat circles coupled with the yo-yos, which are 2 layers, it's just absolutely gorgeous. It really is. And but with that, I am working on this, and I thought I would just jump on here for a few minutes today and work on this. And if anybody had any questions, they could come along and ask. And I just share with you here how I am. If I can stop moving, this would be nice. I am just working on the outside of the circle first. And I just sewed this circle right here on another platform, and I came over here and I just finished it, and I said, okay, let me start this circle on this platform. So I love the light blue. That is your speech chakra, your throat chakra, where you're speaking and you are speaking, your words are syncing with truth. So that's what I love about the light blue chakra. And then this circle of energy is representing the red, and which is your because it's got a lot of red in it, and then it even has a little bit of the purple, but it represents your protection, your safety, your survival, and that's your red. So what I'm doing here is I have all of these circles overlapping, because technically the chakra, everything comes together. It's like a harmony of them all. But I just chose these 3 for now. And I'm not sure at all where other parts of this design are going to lead to. I have not a clue. But look, I'm running out of thread as I approach this. Now what I can do right here is simply I can go under, and then I can come out over here. So I can do that, but I'm kind of on the last leg of my thread. So what I'm going to do is just bring it through. I'm going to bring it through and stop in the back, and I'm just going to weave it through a few of the running. That's how I do it, and There are no absolutes here. You do it the way that you want to do it. And yeah, I would say just make sure it's really well secured, kind of knotted, woven a few different times and knotted like that. So I could go straight through this. This is a very small circle. I almost was going to go through it. But if I do that, it will surely be obscured. It's going to take a lot of the yellow, which is enlightenment, in chakra and your empowerment and your assertiveness. It's going to cut right through it. So I kind of don't want to do that. So I'm just going to continue. And the nice thing about sashiko stitching or Boro is if you do decide you want to add that, let's say you do decide, or I decide I want to go through that, I can still do that. Even if I completed the piece, I can still go add stitches. You can add stitches, you can add fabric, you can add patches. That's what it's all about. And nowadays it's used in a highly decorative manner, and we just really have a lot of fun with it, using up your scrap fabrics. So from here, what I'm going to do is I got to get back up. So I'm trying not to move this camera a lot because it will, I'll be moving it through the whole thing. So I'm just going to get up and kind of stand and kind of move around the piece and just move it minimally. So you may see me kind of stitching backwards for a minute or two, which is fine. Okay, and I always pull it a little bit like that just to make sure, just give it a little tug to make sure the threads are through pretty well. Take the pins out as I go along. And typically I would turn this completely towards me. The only reason why I'm not doing that right now is because, I could, this is a big piece, and to keep turning it would really obscure your vision a lot. So this way you get an idea. I'm going around the edges. Why do I go around the edges? A lot of people say with the Boro sashiko stitch in a circle, do not go around the edges on the outside, start in the middle. Well, I go around the edges because for me, it really gives me a framework to continue to go towards the center. But I guess you could get that too, starting in the center. So you see now I'm starting to grab a lot of stitches, and I only did that because I'm at a really good angle. If I turned this towards me throughout the piece every time, I would be going through it like this. And no, there is no like you have to work extra slow, you have to work extra fast. Those are all contemporary ideas that people came up with. Not that Boro, not that Boro pieces made in the 1400s weren't mindful. They were made mindful. They were made with love, compassion, mindfulness, but it doesn't always mean that they were made slow, because they had families they were mending for. They were repairing, stitching, making sure their husbands had coats to go out on the fisher boats in the middle of the winter and things like that. So now I'm coming up. Now what I'm going to do with the sashiko stitching, you can simply continue. You do not have to do anything specific. Just continue your second row, whether you're stopping in the back of the piece or you're coming out in the front. I just simply continue going around. Now the spacing, you can do the spacing the way you want. You can make it as close as you want or as far away as you want. So this being a meditation piece, I'm going to be honest, I am loving this blue. I think more than ever today, it's I don't know. I mean, I think it's so important, yes, to be in touch with your heart, to be in sync with your speech, expressing it in a manner that is mindful and truly reflects you as a person. So that, means giving it some thought for sure, because, a lot of people, you hear them say, oh man, that wasn't me, I didn't mean to say that, I didn't mean to say that. Well, if the idea, let's say, of sitting and reflecting kind of helps you catch that kind of thing before it happens. It can help you catch it. Okay, this is beautiful. I'm loving this. I'm really liking that. So that's how this is going to go. It's going to go all the way around like that. And I gotta be honest, I did not think for 1 minute I would be adding these circles. I don't know why the visuals keep coming to me on this particular apron. This is a chakra meditation apron. So I do know this, with the chakra meditation, for me, I do believe that the energies around us are in all different forms, visible and invisible. So I do know that could be coming, why the different ideas are coming to me, because I'm thinking there's such an array of variety of energies around us, and I like to focus on the positive. Yes, I do. So it could be why, but I'm having a lot of fun with this particular project. Now I'm running out of my thread, so I'm going to do just a couple more like that. I can get to the sun here. I call it the sun. It kind of does look like the sun. I just said that like subconsciously. I didn't even know, like I was thinking of that as the sun. I just called it the sun. But the sun has empowering qualities, right? It gives us life. Okay, so this is a thread I am weaving around the running stitches already in place. I'm going to remove the needle and just make a couple of little knots to make sure it's adhered and not too tight up against the fabric, so it's so tight that it's gonna pull on it. You don't want that if it's washed. So the washing for something like this would not be putting it in a machine. It would be spraying it and dabbing it, or putting it hand washing it. So yeah, I wanted to jump on here today. I wanted to see how everyone was doing. I wanted to wish you happy end of the summer, because guess what? I feel really like this is the end of the summer. I don't know about you, but it is definitely chilly. There's like a mid-Gulf stream in the middle of it. Like you could feel just a tad bit of warm air today. But yeah, so if any of you are doing circles, or you want to do your circles of energy, your chakras, and you're like, I don't know how to begin, this is how I begin. I begin on the edge and just follow it around. And if you're finding that difficult, that's okay. You don't have to do 3 and 4 or 5 stitches at a time. If you're worried about going around the curve, just do 1 or 2 at a time until you're oriented, and you'll totally get it. I'm going to go on this side so I can continue over here. And I like to try to stay here, so it's right about here. There we go. And I'm just going to continue. Now right here I have this fabric, and I have this fabric, and I have the apron. I'm going through 3 layers right here. So I am totally feeling, not resistance, but I'm feeling the fact that the needle is going through, it's working just a little bit harder to get through those layers. So there's a big difference with that and you feeling resistance. So resistance can come from the needle being too large. It can come from the fabric having spandex or elastic in it, you know, or it can come from you using thread that is too thick and you're like, oh man. So yeah, there's a lot of different reasons it could be giving you resistance. Number 1 reason really though is you're going to see the eye of your embroidery needle might be too wide, and that would be definitely a reason, and that could leave a hole in a fabric that is like silky or light fabric or a lightweight cotton. Okay. And I'm just going to complete this row, and then I'm going to talk to, then I'm going to hold it up, and I'm just going to show you a couple of ideas I've had on this, and I really do not know which way this is going. So a few of these aprons I'm bringing to fruition in the next few days, and then we here on YouTube will be going to other projects, and these projects will be put to the side and be getting assembled as an outfit coordinated with accessories. I'll share the accessories that I'm working on, and a few of those we'll do together. And so, you know, we have, just for those of you who are new to the channel, we create with all recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies, and we do that to give our earth a little hug. And we have some updates coming up. The Sustainable Fashion Show with SEBA, the South End Arts and Business Association, is September 5th in downtown Burlington and Vermont here. And if you want to get tickets, if you are interested, go to SEBA, SEABA, and .com and check out the website. Look up the word, you'll see it on the website, the word strut, S-T-R-U-T. Check it out and see if it's something you want to come on down and see. If you're a Vermonter, you know Darren Perrin will be there. He's our news anchor here. And I'm going to put this up in a minute. Okay, so this particular project, I got to tell you, it's kind of funny the way I'm going back and forth on it. So typically, what I was doing, and I was explaining to you yesterday, I'm just going to put this on because it'll just be a little easier to talk to. So this particular project, oh no, I guess I shouldn't have put it on. I'll hold this up, hang on. Well, anyway, I was thinking of what to do up here with the straps in this whole area. There's nothing. So I came up with this visual that I'm going to put these on. This would be super easy. This would be super fun. These are all chakra colors. I can just put these on. And then I changed my mind. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Maybe I want to put wording up here. So I think what's going to happen is there's going to be a variety of things going on with the straps and on the upper part of this apron. And I will bring you with me when it happens. So this here, I did decide, as you know, let me pin this, hang on. Let me just pin this, and because I want to show you what this looks like with the circles intact there. And so, you know, I was sewing in real time. I did about two rows. Now, just to give you an idea on how long this can take, this particular piece right here, this yellow piece, this is small. This is, I don't know, I want to say 3 inches. And I'll tell you what it is. It is, okay, so this is 3.5 inches. 3.5 inch diameter. It's very small. But I was working on this for an hour. This took me 1 hour. And I know it took an hour because the platform I was on, which I know you guys don't like to hear, but I was on it. And so they said, hey, time's up. That was 1 hour. So anyway, this is representing energies with the chakra energies. The red, like I said, is the safety, the protection and survival. The yellow is the empowerment. I feel like that should be the really, really big circle. But that's the empowerment, assertiveness, and confidence. Okay. And then the blue is our speech. So our speech in chakra, you know, what we're saying, being in sync with truth. So this is, I think this is coming out really super lovely. I got to be honest with you. I really do. I'm trying to hold that up so you can see kind of the grids and everything together. So now what I typically do when I kind of get on a in a zone like this, I kind of just continue, and I think so this piece will be done. The polar bear is pretty well done. So that these pieces we will come back around, and I will show them to you fully. We'll do a nice, you know, maybe screenshot, put them out there, but after the show. So we will be beginning a Kawandi project soon. We're going to work on a few prop pieces for this upcoming show, and that's going to very quickly bring us to September. And that's when we're going to start going into our Kawandi. And we'll be done with all of our, for now, because this project is focusing on the Boro Sashiko inspired Japanese utility aprons for the show. But it doesn't mean it ends there. We will continue to do many different types of aprons, clothing. You know, I'd like to do some reflow and with some different designs. And you know, our designs really end up determined what we have in front of us, you know, the fabrics that we have to work with. And then it's just a matter of, you know, assimilating all of your skills and methods and kind of creating your own masterpiece with them. But whatever you create is a masterpiece because it is yours. Okay, so with that, I am going to continue to do some stitching on this apron, I just wanted to jump on and share a little bit with the circle, and just kind of, reassure you, if you are stitching circles and you're getting frustrated, it is okay when you're doing your sashiko stitching and you're trying to get oriented. Slow it down. You have to do 1 or 2 stitches at a time. Do it 1 or 2 stitches at a time. And then when you get oriented and you're going along, go at your pace. Do, how you feel. And with that, practice, you'll get more comfortable with it. So with that, you have an absolutely beautiful evening, and I'll see you in the next one. Love and light.